Meteorologist Danielle Noyce here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network, getting you prepped for the week ahead as summertime warmth returns well into the 70s, lower 80s for Tuesday and Wednesday. A cold front will arrive Wednesday evening. That will spark a few isolated thunderstorms and turn us noticeably cooler during the day on Thursday and to end the week. And with that will be a few showers around as well, as some upper level energy will be spinning over us. And we'll talk more about that in a second. A lot of heat across the country on Tuesday. Wow, we're going low to mid 90s. All the way into the northern plains and into central Canada, where we'll break record-breaking high temperatures for the day. So we're into a little piece of that warmth as the jet stream, you notice, is way up in central Canada. Watch what happens as we head towards the middle, but particularly end of the week. We've got this dip in the jet stream that comes right down across the northeastern United States. So a couple things. That puts us on the cooler side of the jet stream again, and the jet stream is nearby, helping to focus some rounds of energy that will be over us Thursday, Friday, and into the upcoming weekend as well. So bottom line, our Tuesday is quiet. There'll be some high, thin clouds around filtering the sunshine. Temperatures climb in to the upper 70s and lower 80s. The humidity is still in check. Overall, a really beautiful Tuesday across New England. Here comes the cold front. Notice there's not a ton of moisture with it. There's not a lot of green on the map, but with enough warmth in place and a little bit of humidity, particularly in southern New England. Notice during the late afternoon and evening, we may spark an isolated shower or thunderstorm along this boundary as it pushes south. So it is a day to be weather aware, keep an eye to the sky, but we're not anticipating anything widespread. By the time we get to Thursday, onshore flow is taking hold. And look at that. During the afternoon and evening, we bubble up showers, a few downpours, may even be some graupel in there, some soft snow pellets, because we have so much cold air high in the sky. That creates instability in the atmosphere. And that will be the case again on Friday with a few pop-up showers before some steadier precipitation may swing in. And when I talk about that instability, you look at the temperatures at about 6,000 feet as an example. A lot of warmth. Look at that. Northern plains into Canada, but there's that cool pool of air that comes in by the time we get to Thursday. The red line indicates the freezing temperature above our heads. So even though our temperature at the surface is going to be getting cooler as well, it's so much colder high in the sky that that temperature difference is what drives some of the showers that will pop up during the day on Thursday and again on Friday. High temperatures for our Tuesday, look at this, 82, a pretty common number on the map, even some mid 80s here across western New England, Champlain Valley's lower 80s, 70s all the way through the Pine Tree State, even some lower 70s on Cape Cod. No frost to worry about even in northern New England, where we're nearing the end of our average frost date for the end of May. Widespread 50s and 60s overnight, so a fairly mild overnight Tuesday night. And ahead of the cold front will be warmest in the southern half of New England during the day on Wednesday, pushing mid to even some upper 80s. I don't think we'll quite make it to 90. The best shot of potentially doing that would be across the lower Connecticut River Valley. Notice Springfield and Hartford topping out in the upper 80s, somewhere like Boston, mid 80s. And then the farther north you go, it's still a very mild day, but we shift that wind around out of the northwest. So that brings in some drier air in the northern half of New England, southern New England. These are the dew point readings. And when it's up near 60, yeah, you may notice it's a little bit humid, but you really have to get it well into the 60s to touch 70 to get that soupy, more tropical air in place. So you'll notice a little bit of humidity, and that may drive, again, some of those thunderstorms that pop during the day on Wednesday, late afternoon and evening, particularly along and south of the Mass Turnpike. Keep in mind, when you factor in the temperature and the humidity, you get the feels like forecast. And if you want that for the next 2 weeks, that is included in all of our membership levels, 4 levels to choose from to help support our mission. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com for all the details. Wednesday night, we do get cool 40s in the North Country. That wind shifts around out of the north, northwest, and the north. And so we're all cooler during the day on Thursday, but still may be right around average for this time of the year. Notice the green on the map. That's that, again, instability, the upper level energy that pops some showers. Same for Friday, and a tad cooler. Actually, these numbers at the coast may be a little bit generous with the onshore wind from the north-northeast that shifts around later in the day. The temperatures at the coast may actually knock it out of the 50s to low 60s, warmest through the interior. You can track your exact city or town right in our free 5-star weather app. You got the current conditions, our videos on there, access to everything, our 24/7 streaming network, and of course the interactive radar. Great tool to have. Download our app. It is free on the App Store and Google Play. Tips on how to best use it if you already have it are at app.onedegreeoutside.com. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside Weather.